Is there like a button to hit, or is it just on?
It's on.
Okay. How's it? Can we hear anything, or how do we?
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
'Cause I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't know why that one.
Okay.
I plugged it in. The microphone works though, so
That's what's important.
yeah. Undo one of those so you can hear me. Other side.
Yeah.
You want the microphone on here.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right. Want to welcome you officially to the final draw of regular play here at the Southern State Mixed Doubles Bonspiel 2024 here in beautiful, sunny Charlotte, North Carolina. Sorry. What state am I in? Yeah, exactly. One of those. Distracted.
Got a partner in the booth today.
All right. This is DJ Cruiser, and
We got Vince Scabby here in a duck onesie. You just call me Ducky, DJ.
folks, if you can see him, he is dressed head to toe in a duck costume.
If you can't win the Bonspiel, you win the party. And Dan Weezer told me that once, and twice actually. Yes, thank you. And you just commit that to memory.
I heard you've already been winning parties today, though.
Always. We're in the D event this weekend, but every game was close. Every game was competitive. Just sometimes you're the rock, sometimes you're the hack, and we were the board.
All right. Okay, got our scores ready to go. And we are live, folks. Just a slight delay getting the first rocks out here in the first end.
These LSDs are important to determine who can win the pool if there are ties, and who gets the choice of hammer for the first end.
I should have told you no when you said I could throw one more.
I'll start. Okay.
Oh!
What is it, 5? They got a minute because it's starting. Oh, that's fine. This is your fun. Yep. Just let me know. It's not. Okay, y'all, you can pull your sliders. We're going to have 5 minutes. Matt's going to tell you halfway in 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Thank you. All right, go ahead and begin. practice. I kept her on her toes. We were walking out.
I think you should throw. You could throw better. I'm like, stop it.
I kept her on her toes. I was like, yeah, you'll throw this one out there. And after I was like, yeah.
All right, yeah.
One minute remaining.
This is good. It's 95. This is good, but it's going to carry a lot.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Time's up. Be prepared to throw your clockwise DSC.
She was prepared all day. Nice shot, babe.
Your shot's not a little bit. 10 and a half.
Our average would be this. 3 to 7. 3 to 7.
60.
You guys got shorter than that, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what you got shorter than that. I just want to make sure. I didn't remember where you got.
Good curling. Good to see you again.
Next job. That was good. That was a good one.
And first end has begun here on draw 15.
I think at a quick glance, I think each of these games have some implications for tiebreakers or playoffs. So there are no throwaway draws here, DJ.
All right, all right.
Like, I kind of didn't believe it when I saw it, but I knew it was also
Taking a quick look here, sheet D, and a cool book out for a nice little heavy draw. Bumped back to 2 reds. They sit in line. Mixed doubles, it's always important. You want to be above the tee line many times. That was a really good shot, just bumping back. And on sheet A, they've got a little premature removulation. Just a friendly reminder, the 5-rock rule does exist in mixed doubles. You can't remove a rock too early. Any rock, whether it's yours or an opponent's, if it's a pre-placed stone or a thrown stone, you can lose the shooter. But once it comes to the rest, you can't remove it till the 5th rock.
5th stone, okay.
Yep, so we saw that a little bit. The easiest way to remember, hammered team second player, when it's their time to throw, you can start removing. So the first 3 players in their first shots, they can't remove the stone.
Refreshing my memory of the mixed doubles rules that are
Right.
a little different than standard 4-person play. So
it's a little funky. It's the same, but different.
Better trash the car and put a line in the wire.
draw 15 on sheet A, we have Team Allison versus Piper and Piper. On sheet B, we have Team Benson and Jackson versus Cruiser and Gold. On sheet C, we have Team Kenny and Simia against Shaw and Betts. And on sheet D, we have Danahe and Alain versus Lookout and Louisa.
Nice little hit there by Brett Jackson on sheet B. Not quite a double takeout. Not quite the Daddy's Dogs double takeout. Almost, though. But still a good hit nonetheless. Oh. On sheet D. Almost a better lucky than good shot on sheet D. They got the redirect off the guard. Came to rest in the top four. Nice little redirect. Sometimes it's the Arnold Palmer quote with golf. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But the more I practice, the luckier I get. So that was a good. You get the nice little redirect there, but your shot, you're covering top half.
Oh, I need a little more.
It's wide open though, so if Denneling can make the nice, he's got a double opportunity here.
Okay.
He's got to hit this he's got to keep this on the outside. It's moving. He's going to catch this pretty thick. Missed the double. Got rid of at least one. Not quite a Daddy's Dogs double takeout there. It was there. It was close, but we've yet to see our first one.
Remember, I'm trying to see your shot right now. If you want to do something right up here, if you want to do something the other way, you can't come in there.
The Charlotte Curling Association is sponsored by QRS Quality Renovation Services, by McKee Travel, and Daviste Vineyards.
Always love a good fine wine and a craft beer. Right, TJ?
Indeed. Not much of a wine guy myself. I'm definitely into the craft beers, though.
Fair enough. What's your favorite kind of beer?
You know what? I'm big into like the New England IPAs.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right.
like what we got on tap here is the Juicy J. That's a pretty good one to me.
That's a good one. Yeah, I had it yesterday. Would recommend.
Definitely recommend.
And I'm sure at Daviste Vineyards they've got plenty of New England IPAs for the customers to choose from. Starting to get into some hammer shots here. Looking over here at sheet D. We got the hammer. Possible. You're considering maybe
like,
if you could pick that yellow out, you can get two.
I mean,
But there's a lot of risk.
there is a lot of risk, but it looks like he's just trying to draw the button.
I think the draw is a safer play. Early, you want to just take your points. Take your points when you can get them. I don't think that's... They're flipping it out. I think they're trying for the pick.
I like the 25. 25.
Here it goes. Oh. Wow, it just jammed. Still one. You got one the scenic way there.
Yeah.
Good sweep by Ben. Here's the guy, DJ. He can really sweep a rock, I tell you. Oh, boy. Oh, DJ. What a sweep.
I personally swept the rock with my ass on the ice, so
You know who's a really good sweeper? He's almost as good a sweeper as that Patrick Mahomes. Just I tell you, DJ. We got some score updates here. Friendly reminder to the athletes watching the live stream, hang your scores after the end so we can follow along. Sheet A, looks like the Pipers got 3 to start on the Allisons. Got a 1-0 on Sheet B and Sheet D. And looks like Ed and Allison got their deuce in the first end. So second action underway here.
You are lighter than I am. Or lighter than we agreed.
Setup for some steals. Quarterbacks are not shot. They've got plenty on the top. They've got tap options. And the doubles, it's one of those you don't have to always be shot. You just need to be in the position to make the shot later in the end.
Seems like a lot more strategy involved in a mixed doubles game.
For a game that seems like an overly simplistic concept of just crowd the forefoot, it's all about the angles, it's all about those finesse shots.
Yeah. And it seems like the long game is a little bit more important.
I think so. It's, as much as it's great to sometimes, you want to score every end, you want to be in a position, you have to know a little bit earlier in an end, as far as number of rocks thrown, what you're doing. Is your goal to force? Is your goal to steal? Is your goal to, it's very much by the first or second shot, knowing what do I want to accomplish, what am I okay with, and what can we absolutely avoid at all costs. Generally, the avoid at all costs is don't give up a big end.
Right.
So easiest way to do that is choke the score zone. Try to avoid really bad misses. Sometimes the best thing to do is follow a miss with a make, and you're usually, next thing you know, you're in control of the end. With doubles and how swingy these games are, all it takes is one shot and an entire game can flip.
Upset the entire game, yeah.
Exactly.
Just a quick look at the houses here. Sheet A, Sheet B. Load up that 8-foot.
Absolutely. You got that nice little angle on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's, if you're trying to make the steal there, that's where you're playing. If you can get around they've got 2 guards up there. That makes it a little tougher.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get avoided, but you can make a play.
Probably just graze the edge of that red one and tap it in closer to the button.
Just a little spicy, but that was the right idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes what's important is just getting the force.
Taking a look at Sheet C house here.
Oh, that red's going nowhere.
Yep.
It's locked, but that yellow could get interesting. With the right angle on the play.
The right angle, yeah. He could probably sacrifice that yellow in the process, but
you gotta take that. It's sort of you gotta know like what to sacrifice and when. We talked about strategy.
Yeah.
It's knowing that. I think they're looking at it to see. But again, if you are red, you are shot. If you are yellow, steal really puts you in a bad spot.
yeah.
So
Because at that point, then, you tap that yellow forward to knock the red out of the button, but then you're probably in a position where you left it wide open.
maybe. I think you can make a play on the yellow. That guard seems kind of out of the way. They're avoiding it. So I'm interested to see what was the thought process here. Because if you tap the yellow, that's off to the side of the top floor. If you can tap that into the button, even if it's not a shot, it's not going. And you can play on that with your last shot.
That's probably not what they were going for.
Not quite. Now you gave him a pocket to really nuzzle in there and be one, and possibly a steal of 2. Could be in the works here for Allison and Ned here, Kenny schema.
Quick look at the house on Sheet D.
The doggo sheet.
the puppies.
What's your favorite dog, DJ?
My favorite dog is Doberman Pinscher.
That's a good choice.
We had one. She was about 11 when she passed. And she looked the part of the Doberman. We had her scratches. She looked mean as hell, but she was the biggest dumb baby ever.
Biggest dumb baby ever. That's how my wife describes me.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. Love her to death. We also have 2 Pomeranians, and when we got the Doberman puppy, she was the same size as the Pomeranians, so she perpetually thought she was
a small dog,
5 pounds, and acted like it.
That's a giant lap dog.
Yes, she definitely was.
Flipping over to sheet C, it looks like the force is still in play. If they can, Shabats, if they can just bump that red back a little bit and get more of the pin, they can still sneak away with one here. Take it here. Gets in the hack. The slide. Release. Throwing some good weight at this. Must be trying to move this out. Keep an eye on it. It's not sweeping. By the guy. Pops it back.
Good mate.
And it looks like they're getting away with one here on sheet C. So 2-1, Kenny Schema. Unless they still just kidding. We're in the last stones on sheet C. They're playing a little bit behind this. Browse on the other sheets. Looks like scores haven't been hung yet. Starting to fill in sheets A, B, and D. Judging by first stone on sheet A, looks like the Piper's got a steal. As Neil delivers the first stone along sheet A and sweeping. Neil's locks always flowing, always lethal. On sheet B, Benson Jackson must have gotten a steal in the second end as well, as Julie Benson goes her first to the sweeping of Ben Jackson. And on sheet D, they did the nice courtesy for the commentator, and they hung their score early. Denny Ham got the steal of 1. They are sitting on 1 right now, and that is working at a nice pace. And that's what we call an ice maker's delay. And the update on some of the score is 6-0 on sheet A. The Pifers taking care of business with some Ocean's 11 type heisting in the second end. Steal 3. A lot of things went right and a lot of things went wrong. Sheet C is turning into a cluster and a little slow pace here. A lot of rocks in play. It looks like Shabats is sitting 1 as they throw the hammer.
Kind of doubted you're going to get all 8 ends in here, but Everybody else is on their third end already, and they're still working. They're milking that second end.
They're falling behind. I mean, it's a tricky situation. You hope, but you hope you can make up the time.
That house is pretty jammed, though.
I think they took all that time to throw it away. One yellow. We score 2-1 through 2 in sheet C.
Yellow.
And Julie Benson finally on the score on sheet B. They got a steal 1. They lead 2-0 through 2. They seem to be sitting in an okay spot to start the third end against Brady and Adrian. These ends are setting up. Moving along here. I'm just a commentator. I can't control the stream. I hope you guys are able to watch the sheets. You're able to follow along. And enjoy some curling. Good old mixed doubles. Watch, looking over here, sheet D. It is the closest sheet to where I'm standing, broadcaster. And on sheet D, we've got an interesting match here. Weasel playing Dennehy Lane. Dennehy Lane from Denver, Colorado, making the track. A little Rocky Mountain curling. Good setup shot by Ben. He's sending it up there. As we bounce along, take a look at sheet A. Sheet A is getting out of hand fast for now. Right now, the Allisons, father-daughter team from Midwest, they're sitting 2 against the Pfeiffers, Neil and Ann from Charlotte. Hometown team up 6-0, but the Allisons are sitting 2. They have a nice little hit off the rock that just bounced, possibly set 3. I think that's what's being considered. As we look over sheet B, we got another Charlotte team, hometown team of Brady Gold, Adrian Kuzer. Brady Gold runs this field, and we want to thank him for the work that he does in putting this event on, and he tries. He does everything from the schedule, everything in between. Short of actually being the one who preps the ice, that's not his job. And feedback aside, he does his thing. And last I can add in, they're playing Brett Jackson, Julie Benson from Detroit. Brett Jackson, Charlie Ward, USA Curling. And journalism reporter bias. I play on the mixed fours with both Brett and Julie. So, always nice to see them for a while. Makes me feel better as a person, watching my teammates do well on the ice. On sheet C, we've got Ed Schiemann and Allison Kenny. Allison from Ed from Nutmeg. New England Curling. Good people, really friendly. If you ever get the chance to meet Allison County, ask her anything about Boston sports. She will talk about it with great passion. And it's fun to watch, fun to enjoy. Good conversation about sports.
It's fun to draw this way.
That's wine country. And it's California. Wine country, always good. Love me some good wine. I've been to wine country a couple times myself. I've never curled at the wine country. And they've got nice slides, good form. So, gotta hope they got good iced tea. It's a little spicy. Mr. Betts is hanging out there. They try to play the bump back, but they're bumping on the wrong one. It is finishing nicely. Looks like it's not quite shot, but it gives him something to play with. Sometimes in mixed doubles, it's not about being shot, it's giving yourself the position to become shot. And on sheet D, take a look at the Bookout Weasel situation. Dancing. But there's a lot of red rocks in this house. There's a chance to pop that out. Could be dangerous. Wisconsin team here. Doing the yellow rocks. Yellow is the color of good cheese, and they are from the state of cheese.
Which team is from Wisconsin?
Lookout Weasel, sheet D.
Okay.
For a lot of Madison, Wisconsin. Rocking the flannel, just the true Midwest vibe from the two of them.
Perfect.
That rock sails. Back of the house, through the house, Ben's not even ignoring it. It wouldn't matter anyway. It is one yellow.
That is one yellow
shot. So 2-1 through 3. Tannehill and lead on sheet D. Got some interesting ends building. Sheet B. Seeing some rocks build up here.
Taking a look at the house on sheet C here.
Looks like still red 1, but a lot of mustard surrounding that one rock.
That is indeed correct.
The question is, do they have a play?
440.
They'd have to come in wide and really get it to curl.
They don't throw a ton of handles, so it could move, which makes it interesting.
Have a loaded house here on B. Looks like they're trying to determine who's got shot.
I was kicking rocks. It might be one yellow.
Might be one yellow.
Looks like one yellow because Julie Benson is not one to waste time, and she's already got the rocks ready, and it shows red as hammer. So yellow scored there.
And a quick look at the house on sheet A. Allison and Allison setting shot. This is going to be a tough one.
Be a tough one to get to here. You're down 6. One may not be the momentum swing that you need. A deuce gives you some power, but I think a force is probably a really good result for the Pifers. Charlotte here. Neil's standing back there and talking angles. And acknowledging it. Looks like she's staring at, listening ever intently as her husband discusses angles.
Yeah, looks like Cruiser and Gold got a point on the board now on sheet B.
Alright, don't call it a shutout. Nice little shot here.
I mean, I may be biased slightly, but...
As a fellow Clevelander, I support your bias.
And my wife, you know. That doesn't have anything to do with that, I mean.
No, my bias is about the city. Your bias is about your wife. Take a second to acknowledge a really nice draw on sheet D by Nicole Bookout. Blocked on, going nowhere. Other side blocked. Trade side, trying to stay force. They're still discussing the hammer shot on sheet A.
A lot of deliberation there.
Some deliberation. No determination to throw the rock. We're getting there. Go to sheet A. He's throwing some heat there. Father Allison. His name is not Father. He's not a priest. I gotta be completely honest, DJ. I don't actually know his first name. I know they are a father-daughter team. I think it starts with an M.
That is Michael Allison.
So Kenny throwing some heat on sheet C. Looks like with success. With success. With success.
That looked like a 2 red to me.
That's a good old-fashioned clam chowder shot there by Allison Kenny.
Allison and Allison from St. Louis Curling Club.
Never been there. I've talked to them many times, seen them in many spiels. They do a lot of spiels. My understanding was St. Louis arena ice, so their ice time is bonspieling.
Right on.
So, but they travel quite a bit. They've curled quite a bit. They're always a nice time. Always a good time.
Wait for the final scores on N3 for sheets A and there we go.
There it is.
Allison and Allison on the board. 1-1.
And Neil and Ann Pfeiffer's going power play. 4th on F6. I'm a big fan of the strategy call here, Deej. The power play, not only can you use it aggressively, you can use it in a defensive manner, if for no other reason. You're just trying to keep the middle as open as possible. So you always have a play to at least score. And you get a mistake like that. A little too much spice for Michael. Why? Too much heat. This sets up a dangerous end for the Pfeiffers. They can split, go the other way, sit 2 in the wings, possibly give themselves a nice setup for 2 or 3. You could try and draw around the guard, replace guard in the wing, which is usually a good tactic if you're trying to get more than 2. It's usually a good call if you can be in the top half of the house, buried. You're taking away a freeze opportunity, and you're really setting a dangerous end. And I think that is the way that they are electing. They slide the Niels?
Will it pass the red? Probably no.
The extra guard doesn't hurt though. Cover more ground. The risk is if
I think that was intentional.
no, it was not, but it's not the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
It's risk reward on that miss because if your opponents make the draw, they have more room to hide behind.
Yeah.
So it can help set up a steal or force. But if they miss it, if you can get another miss here, you have more room to hide behind yourself, which sets up a play for 2 or 3. So, are there worse misses? Absolutely. It's the working with the cards that you're given, because a good shot here changes the tide of the end. Because if the Allisons are shot and buried, Neil and Ann have to dig themselves out.
Update scoring here. Sheet A. Pfeiffer and Pfeiffer up 6 against Allison and Allison 1. On sheet B, Benson and Jackson 2 to Cruiser and Golds 1. On sheet C, Kenny and Simia 4 to Shaw and Fences 1. And sheet D, Danahy and Alain 2 over Bookout and Lisa 1. Nothing a complete runaway yet, although Pfeiffer and Pfeiffer definitely have a significant lead here on sheet A. The house on sheet D here. Starting to get loaded up. A lot of yellow there. Currently Bookout and Lisa sitting 2. House shot on sheet C here. Both teams very, very close. Very close. From this angle, it is difficult to tell who's actually sitting shot at this point. But it looks like Shaw and Fetz are going to try to go between the 2 reds there.
There's a lot of ways this can backfire. You're gonna lose it. You might lose it. You'll move back. Nope, made it really well.
Wow.
I was wrong. Nice shot.
Very nice.
Was that a double takeout?
It was.
That calls for the Daddy's Dogs double takeout. Daddy's Dogs, based in Nashville, Tennessee. Throw the heat, taste the meat. Daddy's Dogs. They don't pay me yet to say that, DJ, but one day they will. I am working really hard to get that sponsorship. It is a fantastic hot dog place in Nashville, Tennessee. 10 out of 10, DJ. Would recommend if you are in the Nashville, Tennessee area. You want a hot dog? You go Daddy's Dogs.
I'll defer the hot dog. Do they have anything else?
No. I got sides. The toppings
They're
that
really good fries.
the toppings that go on a hot dog, really good. You know, we've got Dan Weasel walking out here. We could do a little player interview. Little third-hand interview here.
Here, I'll
Here you go. All right. Dan, all right, we got Dan Weasel. We're currently playing on Sheep Team right now. Dan, walk me through this. A lot of yellow in here. Walk me through the first 3 ends. You guys are down 2-1.
I didn't make a shot the first time. That's what killed us. Just try to hang in there. We're just trying to hang in there to weather the storm until I started making a shot. So we were able to do that, and hopefully we get steal a 2 here in the second driver's seat.
What's the best advice you can give to somebody trying to play doubles for the first time? They're struggling in those early ends.
Don't start in first place. It's frustrating sometimes. Just kidding. No, it's a blast. Like I said, mixed doubles can change so quick. The momentum. You just gotta hang as close as you can. My wife is like, she sees me and she goes, "Get out here." Okay, I have to get out.
All right, last question before you go. On a scale of 1 to Nicki Minaj, how thick is that flannel?
Just shy of Nicki Minaj.
Fair enough. All right, get on there. Good curling. That's your on-player interview. It's a new thing we're trying here in Charlotte Curling Club. And I just made it up. I'm not a member of Charlotte. I'm along for the commentary here with DJ Cruiser. Weird.
I think that was a good call.
I like that. That was nice.
That was fun. That was fun.
Quick little analysis. If some of the DJing crowd over here pulls another curler that's currently playing to come out here, we would appreciate that. I'm looking over at Sam Kurtz for that.
You know what we need? We need a couple cameras in the warm room.
Definitely.
You know, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, Sam can pull somebody else that's playing, and they sneak back into the warm room for a quick bathroom break, water break. And he's like, "You gotta come over here, you gotta answer 3 questions." Oh, that's a good one. Now we're talking. We need the sideline running. So, the board of Charlotte Curling. If you're looking to spend some unnecessary amount of money, get a mic for some sideline reporting.
That, you know, unnecessary amount probably, but with me at the helm of that project, I could do it pretty efficiently and economically.
It does a lot to help the curling streaming. Everything, so much is done on YouTube. You know, you've got the guys commentating, or girls, commentating. You're watching the game, but the next level, if you're watching a game at home, is trying to understand what are the players seeing, how are they approaching the game. You know, they make a decision. You know, whether it's draw, hit, in turn, out turn. You know, you want to understand the why. Mm-hmm. And it's so easy from the warm room, from the couch, to make a decision. It's another completely different thing when you're the one on the ice, you're sweating, money's on the line, points on the line.
And the angle from which you're seeing your play
Exactly.
is a whole lot different than the way that we're seeing it here in the warm room.
I always say make 100% of the shots from the warm room. Somehow that also involves 2 zeros, so you're not actually throwing it. Dan Weasel, great shot. He does the interview and he makes the first shot. He throws in sheet D. Just goes to show you have to do the interviews, guys.
It's the good luck charm.
60% of the time, it works every time, DJ.
Is that a stat you just made up?
I stole the line from the movie Anchorman, but
okay.
Yes.
Chris and Grant. Right on. Yeah. Probably dangerous. Are you allowed to mute yourself when you're no? Okay. All live. Huh. All right, let me see here. What do we got? We got my favorite team, Cruiser and Gold, now in the lead with 3-2 on sheet B.
By the hosts. We got a measure on sheet C here.
Now an official measure. Where's the laser?
This is our first measure. I think the measure brought to you by McKee Travel. I'm making this up as I go, but I'm going for the alliteration of the McKee measure. If you are looking for a vacation or a trip, and
especially a cruise,
right?
Carol McKee is top notch when it comes to planning a cruise.
Don't measure that on your own. Bring in the professional, McKee Measure, McKee Travel. There's no competition that measures up when you're talking about travel agencies.
Well said, sir. Well said.
I'm working on it. About 2 Cal Mitchells in, and here we go. Oh, a shrug. But the removal of a measure. And yellow gets the measure.
And another 2 for Pfeiffer and Pfeiffer on sheet A.
The use of the power play working effectively there. Running away with it. Allisons are electing to use their power play in probably a Hail Mary effort to get back into this game. Down 8-1. On sheet D, we have Lookout Weeza sitting 3 reds in the 4-foot, but they're all behind the button. Nice little pocket to draw into. If you were to draw, looks like Dan Weeza's running down here. Taking a second look, confirming, yes, we are shot. Shuffle my way down here. Cool. Look out, ready to throw the draw.
Only bummer about that is that it still leaves them wide open.
If you could make the draw, and if you sit on that back, that rock goes nowhere. You're sitting, next thing you know, you're sitting 2.
Just draw.
Shields way wide.
Yep.
Dan Weezer sweeping the curl.
It's curling.
Try maybe a redirect.
It will pass.
Off the redirect.
That is close.
Good news.
It's only going to curl like 4 feet.
Not quite.
That's
not quite on the button.
Not quite. And a pretty wide crotch to blast it. You could, in theory, you could take out both of them.
We'll peek at the house on sheet C here.
Pre-play stone still shot. Shabbat's sitting up top. Tie game.
Sheet B, a little bit of an upset there. Can you tell from this angle who is currently sitting shot there on sheet B?
The other option is
That's a tough one.
It looks like it's yellow. Looks like it's yellow, so looks like it's Adrian Brady's shot. Got the one up top half of that tee line.
I missed it. Did we have another power play on sheet A?
We do.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
The Allisons elected to use their power play. Currently down 8. 4 ends. Need the power play. This time you're using the power play. You need a big number.
They're going to have to get a couple of 4 or 5 enders here to make it work.
Doubles there if you're frisky. Oh. Flash takeout for the D-Gens in the warm room. We haven't missed a flash takeout, so if you're playing the D-Gen curling game at home, take a drink. If you're day drinking on a Monday and you're watching curling,
we don't know anything about that.
Right. If you're watching curling on a Monday and you're day drinking and you're watching Sheet A here in Charlotte, take a drink.
It's a beautiful day to be outside or sit in here and watch curling with us.
Either way, it's a win. Either way, it's a win.
It would be a beautiful day to have outdoor curling today.
I agree.
Had a little bit of advance here for Cruiser and Gould on sheet B. Now sitting 2.
Sitting 2, wide open. But that yellow rock, that's corner froze on the red. That's going nowhere. That's going to be a hard one to deal with.
That is going to be a hard one to deal with. It appears from this angle that they're touching, so that's going to be tough.
Yeah, and I believe this should be hammered. Counting the stones.
No, you're right. Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be a tough spot. This might just be damage control for Benson Jackson. Let's see what happens. And money, cash money.
Holy cow.
Julie Benson.
Wow, good curling.
Motor City takeout. Nice shot.
Dang, oh dang, man.
That went from damage control to scoring. No notes.
Coming this way. Screw the center line. Not the way I just came. I tried to get over it. I'm not over it. Just off nowhere to be decided.
Soft draw to the button here. Sheet B for Benson and Jackson. We'll update here on sheet D. Yellow is sitting shot currently. Look out, Louisa. That house is loaded. here. And try for 3. Not quite. Still sitting 2 for Pfeiffer.
Totally forgot.
Sean Betts sitting shot here on sheet C. 1 on D.
Some chaos in sheet D here.
Yeah, indeed.
1 for sure.
That's going to be close.
I might be 2. It
That
looks
might
like
be
2 from
that
up
does
here.
look like 2 from this vantage point. Let's see what they do here.
It's 2 for sure. Look over.
Gonna measure.
They're leaving him there. Looks like Ben's going to get Ben's getting the stick.
All right.
Ben's getting the stick. So we got another McKee travel measure. McKee travel. Go places. Do stuff. With McKee.
Go on amazing Greek cruises.
Yes! Would recommend. Thank you, Carol.
Are you guys going to the one in April?
We unfortunately are not. We're doing a different cruise in June. My family, we're doing like the Italy cruise.
Gotcha.
Not hang the squares from the 5th end here, so we gotta see what's going on. I believe Red scored in the 5th. I just don't know how many. Kind of looking at how the rocks are and how they bumped around. We're seeing some power play action on sheets. Looks like Chabot going power play.
I was already like going for it. Like I just got
Viewership is growing. We are somewhere between 68 and 70 viewers. For those in the warm room asking, I made that number up myself. That's probably not accurate. Take a look on.
Update on scores, beginning of N5 for all teams. On sheet A.
Looks like the Allisons.
8 for Pfeiffer and Pfeiffer.
They scored at least 1. Maybe 2. Wait for the score to get hung. There's 1, maybe 2.
Power plays on both sheets C and D.
6-7 is a pretty normal time to see a power play. Line's moving really well. Sheet D. Good shot by Kelly. Kelly Dennehy. out leads the power play. Not off to a good start. Thanks to Kelly Donahue. Great shot.
Cruiser and Gold and Benson Jackson keep going back and forth with their scores here.
The good old fashioned rock fight.
Yeah.
I tell you, DJ, so many good rock fights here. Just, you know, Brett Jackson. Here's a guy. He can throw the T-line draw. He can sweep. You know, strategy. He's just a real Patrick Mahomes out here. I tell you. And if you're keeping score at home, that's 2 Chris Collinsworth impressions. I save my Tony Romos for the 8th end when the drama is on the line. That's a possible double sweep. Double sweep on sheet B. No roll there. Brady not happy with the broom slam. If you are playing the D-Gen curling drinking game at home, we saw a broom slam. So take a drink. As someone who has given many free drinks to people for that rule, you should take a drink when I tell you to.
Can't tap it. So if I took it out,
And friendly reminder, the 5 rock Oops Daisy on sheet D. Friendly reminder, you cannot remove a rock in the first 5 rocks. But there's no free guard zone. If it's in the house, doesn't matter. Cannot remove. Now you can. As once it's the second player's first step, you can remove.
It's going to be a tough shot for Cruiser and Gold here. The catch-up is pretty loaded there.
Yes, a lot of red here. Sometimes you got to cut your losses, and you got to just say, we're fine giving up 1. Because the risk that getting worse is there. From our angle, more behind sheet D and off to the side, it's hard to say if you could play off of the red to pop that yellow back. This is the hammer style.
Let's take a look at the house here on sheet B. That red is out in the open on the right-hand side of that sheet, so it's possible, aimed appropriately.
The kicker is, on a shot like that, can be wide. If you're going to play that, it's better to be narrow, be more in the crotch, because that redirect will pop that yellow closer to the center line. So, anybody
which I imagine is what Cruiser and Gold probably are going to go for
she's
here.
Throwing plenty of weight. She is leaving nothing to chance. The sweep to curl. And that
is not exactly
that is what you
wanted
wanted to avoid.
Yep.
It's well, they're kicking the rocks. They agreed on the score. Any curlers who want to figure out angles on shots like that, if you don't have access to ice, you want to figure it out, go to a bar with a pool table and just play pool. Pool will teach you about the angles. It will teach you about redirect. You can learn about the drag effect. So if there's any curlers that want to better understand lines and angles without digging up your 9th grade geometry notes, you should play
Which
pool.
nobody uses anyway,
I don't-
let's be honest.
Honestly,
Unless you're an architect.
nope. And how many architects do you meet nowadays?
Just a reminder that Charlotte Curling Association is brought to you by Daveste Vineyards, McKee Travel, and QRS Quality Renovation Services. Call today. Cruiser and Gold are going to have to really jam out this end.
Down to
Power play on
using the power play.
B.
It's the right choice. This is the time. It's sort of the use it or lose it situation. Because if you get held to a force, you can't use your power play in the 8th. And you don't want to give up a steal in the 7th.
You don't want to use it too early, but
right.
if
This
you don't,
this is the right time. Set for the split on sheet B. Good close game going on. We got a nice little barn burner on B, setting up to B1. D as well. C is all about swings. You're not seeing, with the exception of the second end, no single point scored. No singles. some heat. Just gets rid of it. Loses the shooter. Right over curled on him. The hand in the pocket, the slide, the disappointed shrug. As somebody who threw a second for Brett Jackson, I know that look all too well. Looking at sheet C. Nice, nice freeze. That is a great shot to hold for the force against a power play.
One more stone on sheet C to throw.
This is just for one. There is no way to get a multiple end here. That was a fantastic shot by Allison Kenny.
Okay, roll on top.
Nice roll and freeze. Sheet D. Finally. We saw a double? We saw a double takeout. So Daddy's Dogs double takeout. Throw the heat, taste the meat, and we're seeing some shakes. The first shakes of the draw on sheet A. Neil and Ann Pfeiffer, the local team, picking up the dub against the Allisons.
Did you happen to get the score of that end?
I did not.
Okay.
But I'm seeing the shakes. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Really hard to get 7 or 6 in mixed doubles. And it's really hard to tell. I'm usually a body language guy, DJ, trying to read, where it is. And I'm not really seeing anything one way or another. Neil kind of always looks a little shrugged, a little down. I've seen it a little way, like one way or the other. But I did see a smile when he did the handshake. I feel like that means he's win.
He's still disappointed in himself. Almost.
He was a teacher. He was a high school coach. There's a lot of disappointment that follows that. The sheets. C and D. Setting up for the 7th ends there. Looking over here, sheet 7, we got Brady throwing a nice little rock here. He's following it. Nobody's watching the line. This is a weight-only shot on sheet B. We're letting it die right there. It's like
they're sitting 3
Adrian
currently, but yeah.
Adrian Brady's sitting 3, and it's spread.
If they can hold on to that,
This has got a really good freeze. Turns this on its heels. We saw it on sheet C just now. It's not an impossible shot. It's a very difficult shot. But if it's too heavy and you bump it and there's separation, you leave the chance to pick it out. If you're too light and you're not in the house, or you're not in the scoring zone even, you're leaving a draw to the 8-foot for 4, and then all of a sudden, advantage, Adrian Brady, Julie Benson with the slide, throw. Jackson on the speed. Crosses the far hog. Slide. He's sweeping for the line.
closer look here.
Brett's got the salute. That's a pretty good shot.
That's real close.
Looks like it's Brett Julie sitting on red 1.
Talking strategy here.
You got choices. D. I'm watching it. Draw by Nicole Bookout. They're already sitting 2, but they're behind the tee, and she covers the pin. Nope, just short of the pin. Top half of the button. Buried. That's a great shot. That's a great shot.
Why do you say I would rather you hit the guard. Okay? Because guess what?
Then Delane. What a shot. The run. Double. The Daddy's Dogs double takeout in full effect on sheet D. D standing for Daddy's Dogs double takeout. Throw the heat. Taste the meat. Nicole Bookout with the draw following that. The best thing you can do after a great shot is follow it up with a really good draw. And that's what they're shooting for here on sheet D. So it tries to finish, and it does. Little bump. An effective draw. Ben Elaine throwing could have been the shot of the weekend. Has to follow it with a draw. The two hardest shots in curling are throwing the same shot twice and then throwing the draw after a really hard takeout. We're going to see what he does here. Bouncing around sheet C. Force 1 by Kenny Schema. They elect to use their power play in the 7th. Currently up 7-5. As Schema throwing a nice little peel away shot there. Taking a glance over. Sheet B was a big end on the power play for Charlotte, Root, Adrian, Brady. They currently lead 7-5 coming home. They're playing the 8th end. Brady, a marshal when it comes to enforcing the belt rule, says we are playing 8 as they pick up 4 in the 7th using their power play. Adrian Cruiser with the shot. My partner in the booth, that's his partner in life. She throws tight guard, top house, little biter, little nibbler, as it sits top 12. Starting to get into the clutch time shots here towards the late ends of this game. Final draw of pool play. After that, we get into a cluster. Follow that with another word I'm not allowed to say in broadcast that we call tiebreakers. It's sort of, if you've never watched curling or you've never played in a Bonspiel, a tiebreaker is sort of a playoff to get into playoffs. And for the teams that play in it, it's a headache. Taking a quick look at sheet D. Kelly Dene. A great little bump. They sit 1 and 3. So they bump the yellow rock behind the button. That's over to sheet C. And Schema once again, just cleaning the house. They are sitting 1, using their power play in a more defensive strategy of not giving your opponents many opportunities to score and making the 8th end as difficult as possible. Chavez is sitting in here. They gotta sneak one in. Ideally, if you can sneak one in, you can be buried. All of a sudden, a steal looks pretty good. Steal is probably what you need. You're down 2 in the 7th. You don't have hammer. It's just going to be thievery from here on out, and you have to tell yourself that. into that strategy? Early? Often? Always. No? Browsing here. Dan Lisa cleaning some stuff, but didn't really change the shot rock situation. Just making more reel around. And that's another red rock, another 1 point. Dennehy Lane. They will take one. They will now lead 6-3. It looks like on sheet D they are playing the eighth, so they are at least within what we call the post-it note time. With the marshal of time, Brady, on the ice. Feel like we're going to see a lot of 8-end action here. Sort of the cliche, when the cat's away, the mice will play. And these mice are playing an 8th end. Sheet D. Taking a look here. Sheet C probably will not. That cat will come home, and that cat will ball a mouse. You do not give that mouse a muffin. On sheet C, they're going to run out of time. But I don't think they need to worry about it. If you are a Kenny Schema, using your power play in the south defensively, sitting one. Under a lot of cover, a perfect draw changes things. From Shaw of Wine Country, she slides. The release.
I don't think we're ever getting around it. It's a problem.
He's sweeping early, hard. She's got her hands on the ice, and it's something an ice maker does not want to see. She's good now. It's way out in the open. That is never going underneath cover. But it needed to be swept. It is not in the score zone. Sometimes you gotta, there's a fine line of panic sweeping and knowing how to sweep and where to sweep. Rock. Let's flip over to sheet B. Cruiser goal. Brady not happy despite being shot rock. That is, and a little contact. There was a quick discussion. It looked like he clipped the rock with his broom in anger, and if there's an Oasis song that he needs to listen to, it is "Don't Look Back in Anger." You gotta hear him say that. It did not really affect the trajectory, so the rock will stay as is. They sit one behind T. We are taking a look here. Sheet C. Already set one. They need full 8 from 2. They will get it. As Mr. Betts kicking the rocks before it comes to rest. That usually means you already know. When you know, you know. And I said the same thing about my wife. When you know, you know. We're getting into crunch time. Final end start.
I figured, let's just make it easy.
And it looks like 8th ends all around. As we take a gander, 3 sheets left. Scores are 7-5. Cruiser Gold over Benson Jackson as they come home. Kenny Schema, Lee Chavette, 7-5. Probably more than that. They haven't hung a score, which is just not very considerate to the guy doing commentary. Meanwhile, on sheet D, Dennehy Lane leads 6-3. Look out, Weeza. But it's trouble brewing for him. Look at Weeza already sitting 2. A missed shot by Ben Lane. This could be trouble. Just depends on where Nicole Bookout puts this. I think the right shot might be top 8, biting top 12. You want to be close to center line. You want to guard your shot rocks. Otherwise, there's going to be more Daddy Stocks double takeouts. I did tell everybody listening I would do my Tony Romo impression as we get to the 8th end. And we're in the 8th end. But maybe we save it for Skip Stones. As Nicole Bookout throws pretty light. It's a 3 guard, tight guard to the house. Protects the shot rocks, gives you a tap option. They've got room to work. They've got things to play with, and you're making life harder. As Dennehy Lane, despite being up by 3, finding trouble. As we take a quick gander over to sheet C, and just the traditional end for the 8th, because the power plays have been used. Kenny Schema currently up 4, as they got the 2 in the power play. They lead 9-5. Right now, it's just don't give up 4. Ed throwing the draw, 2 rocks behind the tee line. If you can just nest that ever so gently on top of that yellow on sheet C, that's game. As Dave Chappelle would say, as Prince, game. Blouses. But the blouses are staying on as he missed that completely. And for the D-Gens watching and listening, now close enough. Take a drink. It was a flash for those watching. I'm watching sheet C. Taking a quick look over sheet B. We got an interesting game here coming home. Cruiser Gold in the driver's seat. They're in the driver's seat. Sitting 1.
Control of the house. Cruiser and Gold definitely hoping for the upset now because they win this game. They go to the semifinals tomorrow.
They skipped the quarterfinals, DJ?
And,
even more impressive. Good work.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Quarterfinals. No, you're right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time there,
I wasn't
DJ.
reading my cue cards.
You know, the only guy I've ever met who can skip the quarterfinals, go right to semis, Patrick.
Oh, I mean.
And he's not here today. Hey. As Adrian throws some weight. Oh, disaster on sheet D. Ben Elaine trying to make a run double, and instead misses it wide. And now it could. I don't think it changed much. It's hard to tell if Bookout Weeza is sitting 3. It doesn't look like it. So it didn't change a whole lot, but you did open the path for Bookout Weeza, who have hammer in the 8th end, down 3, to make a draw. Sit 3. This is Bookout, her last shot. So it's not hammer, but it is her last. Very important shot. You don't have to be sitting 3 right now. You just got to give yourself the play. And that's what they like to do.
That looks like an 8. Oh, no, it was almost an 8.
It's enough to be 3rd. They sit 3. Bentley and Emily Dennehy in trouble. We might be getting some bonus curling in on sheet D. And the rule for D-Gen curlers watching and following along, if a game goes into extra ends, you must take a shot of Sailor Jerry's. That is a rule that my college roommate and I would do when we would watch SportsCenter, and I'm bringing that rule along with me for D-Gen curling. Somebody asked why do we have these rules, but I have the microphone, so I dictate what rules we drink to. For those watching and listening, near, far, wherever you are.
Up here in the warm room, watching Sheet D here. Weeza's over here looking at me, biting his nails.
He's got
that's what it is.
He's got some nerves, DJ. And as Emily Denny throws the rock,
Sheet C
she's got to get
has
in
just
there.
shook.
We got shakes.
We got shakes on Sheet C.
We got shakes on B as well. I think you got the upset. That's a proud husband right there. His wife.
That's right.
Shocking the county.
Looks like I'm buying her a drink.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
And that
Look at that.
There's an extra, right, guaranteed, or the win. This is a risky shot for Dan Wiesa. They're currently sitting 3. They're taking a look. It might be 4 right now. That Elite's taking a look.
Awful close.
They are.
Awful
But friendly reminder for everybody watching: you cannot measure till the end is done. So, they might already be sitting. You might already be sitting 4. This gets weird, but as a curler, you have to assume you're already just sitting 3.
I have a compressor.
The kicker is you have to avoid the worst case scenario at all costs. The worst case scenario is you knock the red into the score zone. The warm room crowd is pretty ruckus. They are here for the chaos. As Dan Wiesa is in the hat.
It all comes down to this.
They might already be sitting 4, but as a curler, you have to assume that's not the case, and you have to play like it's down 3. You just need a piece of the 8-foot for 4. Wiesa with the throw. It's a takeout. The release. They're watching.
Is it?
The rock is gone.
That is it. Oh,
Catch that guy. Oh! And that is
it.
The game. They got it. Daddy Dan throwing some heat. Calling game. You don't have to worry about missing the draw if you throw the takeout. And Daddy Dan leaves no prisoners. Thank you for watching here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's a beautiful 63 degrees outside of the Carolina blue skies here in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. And this concludes Draw 15, the final draw of regular play here at the Southern Mixed Doubles Bonspiel 2024 on December 30th, 2024.
DJ Cruiser, I'm Ducky Skibby. Good curling.
Good curling.
Game 1.